What's up, crypto legends? Hope you're having a fantastic day today. Let's analyze the situation for Bitcoin right away. Make sure to destroy the like button on your way in. And let's crush it, guys. Let's crush it. How's everyone doing? I know a lot of people waiting for a live stream, guys. How is everyone? Make sure to destroy the like button. We are at a critical zone at this moment for Bitcoin. I have made a few trades today. I'm in 2 trades right now, long and short. I'll go through them right away and I can talk about the potential scenarios that could happen in the next coming hours. We're getting a little bit of volatility today. Guys, we do have some news, which is we've got President Biden's speech on banking system. You know, this was in the last 30 minutes. We did get a little bit of volatility because of this just half an hour ago. We also got closed door Fed emergency meeting at 4:30, right? We do not know what's going to come out of this, but there could be some volatility as well in a few hours from this event. We need to be extremely cautious with our trades, of course, stay very defensive. And let's go, guys. Hopefully you can hear me. Smash up the like button on your way in, guys. Give me a thumbs up in the comment section if you can hear me. You can see the charts, and let's take a look at some potential trading scenarios, okay? Quickly say hello to the community. Right, let's take a look at the community right away. I'm going to show you the trading opportunities that there has been today. I'm going to give a shout out to Smart Money. He talked about a Gartley pattern. I entered a short. Well, I'll go through the scenarios right now and show you the trades that I am in also as well today. I want to share as well, guys. There's a me trading competition. All right, you can sign up with the link in the description. There's 750,000 me tokens to be, shared with the winners. There's going to be 10 expected winners. Okay, there's over 1,000 people already participating. Make sure to sign up, guys. That is in the link down below in the description below the Bybit link. Okay. But here's where I wanted to go. Different trading scenarios, okay? I've taken most of profits from this long position right over here. I'm going to go and explain why I've entered a short here, of course. Well, obviously, it's a failed breakout from these highs. I'm going to go a little bit, I'm in a hedge position, both positions in profits. Now, my latest one just before the live stream has been this short position, guys, exactly at 22,480. We'll go through that right away in just 1 second. I want to go through the comment section and say hello to the community. Overall, looking at the higher time frames, guys, we are hitting the scene of the crime at this moment. If we do not manage to get this breakout in the next coming hours, I think it's very possible that a deeper correction can happen in between today and tomorrow. Let's see how we are facing this resistance zone. So far, we are getting that reaction, okay? This is the 1 hourly time frame. We can take a look at the 30-minute time frame, and you can obviously see the reaction. We can see that it's failing to try and break above this level, meaning that there is a possibility of a larger rejection here in between today and tomorrow. Can it break the resistance? Absolutely yes. Well, this is something that we're talking about. We're just having another attempt right now, all depending on what we have here as well, right? Closed door Fed emergency meeting. We know that there are some bankings that are absolutely failing, okay? They are bankrupt, basically. There's a lot of rumors that the Fed is going to pivot. They're going to start printing money again because they want to save some banks and rest of it. And I don't know what's going to happen. Nobody knows what really is going to happen. But is this closed door Fed emergency meeting about it? Just imagine they start, obviously they won't get inflation in control. If they start, getting interest rates down again, I think we're going to see we're going to see the assets and Bitcoin, absolutely skyrocketing if that were to be the case. I don't think it's going to be the case. But anyway, who knows? That is going to be in the next couple of hours. What do you think, guys? Let me know in the comment section. What is this closed door emergency meeting in the next couple of hours going to be? Is it going to be... Has it got to do with interest rates? Are they going to pivot? Are they going to start printing money again to save these banks that are collapsing? It's just, who knows? Who knows, right? Anyway, looking at the technicals here, scene of the crime, I want to explain some multiple scenarios. I did get into one short before. It was successful. I closed most of the position here at these lows. We'll explain that scenario right away, okay? Reason why I entered a short at these highs, okay, just got stopped out, by the way, with this wick from the rest of the position at break even. But let's keep this educational, okay? One of the main reasons why was the scene of the crime, the failed breakout from these highs. Now, curious enough, on the USDT pair, we didn't reach these highs over here. But if you go and switch to any other exchange against the Bitcoin against the US dollar, such as, you know, Bitstamp, for example, we can take a look at Bitstamp here, or we can, you know, failed breakout from these highs, as you can see, not on the USDT pair, but yes, on the US dollar pair. So this is why I like to take a look sometimes at some other exchanges, because on some exchanges, you know, you might have hit the highs and some others you might haven't. So on Binance, US dollar, on Bitstamp, on Coinbase, on, you know, many of the other ones, as you can see, it did create a failed breakout from these highs. So this is a main reason why I actually shorted right over here. If we do take a look here, okay, let me just get this out of the way just to be pretty clear. So failed breakout right over there, as you can see. We come back down, retrace to the 618, and then we have a move down. I just got stopped out with this movement up here from that trade, but I re-entered another short because we failed to break above this high over here. So hopefully you understand that. Failed breakout from this high, you wick above it, pivot low, pivot high, retrace to the 618, you move down. Reason why I closed most of the short down over here was because, you know the deal. I'm longing, I'm shorting, I'm longing, I'm shorting, because I'm day trading, I'm scalping, and we short and long, you know, at the same time, just like you can see right over here. So in a short, and then also this long from exactly 21,850. I mean, look at this, double bottom, bang, bang, up. Why did I enter a long position here? Well, it was a weekly level. It was a respected resistance zone here, as you can see. Okay, so you got resistance, resistance, but not only that, we were creating a Gartley pattern. And shout out to Smart Money, okay, who actually spoke to me on Telegram. Hey, we're forming a Gartley pattern as well. And absolutely, yes, we were. Well, from this pivot low high here to the 0.88, which was the, you know, ultimate level for that creation of the Gartley. You're coming down here to the 7.8, as you can see on the chart, right? Hitting that 7.8 beautifully right there, double bottom. You're off to the races, and actually hit the take profit too. I'll close most of that position here from this long, exactly entered right over here, guys, at the 21,850. So absolutely phenomenal. This is, I mean, the risk to reward to this was huge, right? So you're entering here at the X point, right? D point, sorry, stop loss below the level. You're aiming for the highs, and there you have this trading setup. So right now, like I said, same scenario. I got stopped out, analyzed the situation here. Wow, we're getting rejected, right? So we got, you know, these highs over here, bang, failed breakout right over here. As soon as we got into that movement down, pivot low, pivot high, entered a short, okay, right over here. Stop loss above the wicks, above the high, basically. Position is protected at this moment. Yeah, we're gonna analyze different scenarios right now, guys. You know, I want to see a bit of volume. We just tested the highs right now, so that was a shorting scenario at this moment. Let's see what happens. I mean, if we do come back up at this range, you know, we're going to talk about the possibility here for another trade. What I want to see is a big volume breakout from this highs to get into any long positions. If it fails to break out the highs, I'm looking for shorts. If it successfully breaks this high over here, on the retracements, I'll be looking for longs to test the highs, right? So keeping it simple, just being patient to see what happens. And that's basically it, guys. That's basically it. You know, one of the main reasons why I would get into a long position if we have a successful breakout in the next coming hours would be, the breakout here from the point of control, guys, from the volume traded the last few weeks, okay? If we do take a look at the last few weeks, you know, this large consolidation, of course, created a massive spike in volume. This is one of the main reasons as well why we're getting that rejection If we have a solid breakout, guys, with high volume, you know the deal. Any retracement to this level, or getting close to this level would just be a perfect long trade to the highs, right? So this is why, I'm not going to be affected if we do not get rejected here from the scene of the crime, right? Because this is like, well, we've tested the scene of the crime from the support of this ascending brawling wedge just right now hitting resistance. Most of the people are going to think that we are going to get rejected from this level. So, there's something inside me saying, hey, if most of the people, are looking at this, you know the deal. You're probably going to break out from this range. Very similar to this ascending brawling wedge right over here, right? You got an ascending brawling wedge also right over here, breaking down, testing the scene of the crime. You expect a rejection from this point, and then what happens? Blast off. You break above the level. If you get above this level over here of support of the scene of the crime, you are likely to have a large move to the upside. This is why, if we do manage, we do have the point of control from the volume traded in January and February. So there's a little bit of possibility of a rejection right there from this point of control and major support level. This is exactly at $22,900. If we start breaking solidly here with large volume, I would consider, this might be, a moment where you are actually going to come and claim the 25,200. Till that doesn't happen, obviously I'm not going to be bullish. I would want to see a solid big breakout above the current levels here of 22,600. If we start creating this choppy action, yes, I will be only looking for shorting opportunities. If we have that solid breakout, I would be getting into retracements because I do think that we are likely going to test the highs. So yeah, that is my game plan for the moment, doing scalping and day trading. Today has been an absolutely green day. So very, very happy with my trades. And not much to say, guys. Not much to say. What I'm expecting here is, if we break out, probably going to get stopped out from that short trade at break even. Yeah, well, this is what I'm expecting. Let's see if we do on the lower time frames, get a solid breakout. Because if a solid breakout is created, guys, in the next coming hours, stay cautious because we got the US market opening. We got, the closed door Fed emergency meeting. Probably going to be quite a lot of volatility, guys. So make sure to stay safe with your trading scenarios. But yeah, pretty clear here for me. We got a large range that is being tested as resistance. If we do get that solid breakout from this range in the next coming hours, yeah, for me, it's just going to likely have that continuation, at least to test the highs from the breakout. Okay, so we'll be going to pay attention closely here in the next coming hour to see what kind of volatility we do have on the 3-minute time frames to get into a potential trading setup right now. Just got stopped out from that short at the moment. Let's see how we consolidate at the range here for another potential setup. Looking pretty strong. Looking pretty strong. What am I going to say? Let's see if we're probably going to test this high over here and fail to break out that high. Let's see what happens. If we fail to break out this high on this attempt, yeah, there will be time for another short opportunity. Let's see, guys. Hello, legends. How are you doing? Let's go through the comment section and see what everyone's what's talking about. Hi, Andy. Love from Japan. I want to ask a question. Every time BTC bear market drop about 80%, if the top of the next bull market is 90,000, if it drops not 80%, then it will be 180,000. Then the drop will be then it is 18,000. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, probably. Well, if the peak of the next market is 90,000, nobody really knows if the peak of the next cycle is going to be 90,000. So if it reaches 150,000, then 80% would be 30,000. What is your opinion? Yeah, well, it doesn't always have to be like that. It doesn't always have to be like that. Cycles are different, you know, they are similar, they do rhyme, but they're not always the same. Yeah. But yeah, round about 80% correction. History has been proving us that the corrections are about 80% for Bitcoin. Then you could assume, yes, it could be 70, it could be 85, round about 80%. Not exact number, but yeah, very, very close. What's up, Crypto Legends? Father Time, thanks for joining. Dippen, how are you? Hello, everyone. Scotty, Richard, how are you? Thanks for joining. Rule number one, Andy, hello. Right. Can we see 23,000 range again? I'm looking at the point of control for traded range and the 618 from high, 25k to low. Also, I have another line right there at that point. No idea what that line is still. Okay. We're at 23,000. I mean, 23,000. Yeah, we were a few $100 away from 23,000. It's the, like you said, it's the point of control from this massive traded range. Not only that, we have, let's take a look at fib levels from this high to the low. 618 is slightly above 23,000. Like you said, it's the 618, 23,090, 90 approximately. So it's going to be a difficult range. It's going to be a difficult range because I would be quite bullish if we do successfully get above this level by today, right? So if we start pumping to 23,000, 23,200 in the next couple of hours, you know, it's going to be looking quite bullish, right? You know, most of the people have been bearish. We've broken this range. This is the scene of the crime. You know, it's bearish, Bitcoin down. And, you know, what usually happens in these kind of events, you know, there is a possibility that you're actually going to break this scene of the crime, of the support. Getting a reaction at the moment, this doesn't mean that you are going to get a rejection 100%. It's testing the level. Everybody's bearish. Now, yeah, what happens when everybody's bearish? Well, you start getting Bitcoin pumping up. So if we do get above successfully here, this 22,600 like we are trying to do right now at this moment, hey, I'm going to, you know, think that we are potentially likely going to go to test the $25,000 range again. It's very, very possible. Of course, I want to see volume. I want to see us back in the range. Of course, the point of control here at 23K is a difficult zone as well. Look at the massive amount of volume that we do have here. It has been a respected level of support. It's from this large consolidation as well. Point of control right there. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. But it definitely has an attempt. It definitely has an attempt in actually going to higher levels. We get a breakout like this in the next coming hours with high volume. You know, I do think that there is a possibility in coming to $25,000 in the next couple of weeks, right? Maybe 1-2 weeks. Very, very possible. But till that happens, of course, I would be looking for my trading scalping scenarios. Let's take a look at this scenario here. We almost got to this high over here, right there. Let me just double check if we have tested this high. I think we haven't. What is the high here? 22,592. 22,500. Okay, so that, yeah, this high has been tested. We have created a failed breakout from this resistance, guys. So maybe a short is not a bad option with a tight stop loss. Let's take a look. Let's get this. Yeah, so this high has been 22,588 and we got 22,500. 22,000. Hang on 1 second, need to zoom in. 588. 592, yeah. We have created that swing failure pattern. However, yeah, not too much volume. Would be nice to see a lower pivot level. You could always get into a short position here at this 22,530. It is looking a little bit bullish, but overall that is kind of the short trade idea, right? You're potentially coming down to test these lows again. Let's say hello to the rest of the people here. Mentor from 0 Day. Agboyino, how are you doing? Thanks for joining the live stream. James, hello. Maybe we just failed to break out, says Sim Games. Who knows? Yes, sir. Smash that like button, says Sim Games. Absolutely. Good morning, Chunk Town. How are you? Much love from Colorado. Father time. Okay. What else, guys? Shall we take a look at some other markets? I got, it just got rejected. Rejected, yeah, did test the highs, guys. Did test the highs. It is looking a little bit bullish. Little bit bullish. Yeah. Oh, this trade was absolutely phenomenal. Gartley pattern, double bottom. Hitting a pretty large support range. Was really, really nice. 22,650 liquidity level. Yeah, also, there's something here that is a little bit disturbing about, you know, the highs here on the USDT pair haven't been claimed, okay? So, on the other exchanges, it has been claimed. This high that we did have in the first week of March, on most of the exchanges on the US dollar pair, they have been claimed, already creating that failed breakout. So just that is a bit disturbing on the USDT pair. It looks like we might get one wick, okay, to actually claim it on the USDT pairs. Then we can analyze a really aggressive short position if it fails. If it fails to break out from this large consolidation, then we could consider a large shorting opportunity, okay? However, how can I detect that? Well, we just need to see that wick to the upside and acceptance back inside of this range again, you know, to get into that short. If it starts breaking like this, there's no short to be taken. We start going towards $23,000 in the next coming hours. Of course, I'm not going to get into a short position. I want to see the failed breakout, wick above it, consolidation, you know, get into the highest point possible, then you're off to much lower levels. Till that doesn't happen, then I'm not interested. They do happen on the lower time frame, just like this short position that I entered right over here. Okay, you know, it was a failed breakout. It's a quick one. Okay, it was hedging against my long position, failed to break out from these highs on this movement up. There was actually a Gartley pattern. If I would have got, obviously this is a stop loss. There is actually one Gartley pattern here, right there, hitting the 7-8 and consolidating. If I would have, I would have got this. Would have stopped you out if anybody got into this. And actually, it was hitting the point of control. So, and it did consolidate. So that was a stop loss Gartley pattern right over here. I didn't enter this, but I would have done if I would have seen it. So far, it's wicked above this high over here. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing, guys. This is the next thing. Failed to break out from the highs, and we're looking for a larger correction. Time to short, says someone in Chinese, or I'm not sure if it is or not, but Asian name. So 22,650 is a liquidity zone here. I have from Pichush 22,650 liquidity zone. I mean, we could get one more leg up, guys, to get that, you know, all of those early shorters out, right, of the market. but it's definitely a level to consider shorting eventually, or we want to consider. I'd love to see a failed breakout from the highs on the USDT pair here, and then then a consolidation right there. Then I could get into really nice risk to reward trade scenario. Then you're looking for correction here in the coming days. Likely scenario. So let's go. S&P 500 holding and up a bit. Yeah, S&P 500 is holding that critical as well. I mean, if we go to the daily chart, it's had a drop. It's below this 2-year point of control. Is it a successful breakout yet? I would say it's not a successful breakout yet, but it is kind of breaking down from this zone. It's going to be very interesting, guys, what comes out of this closed door Fed emergency meeting, right? Emergency meeting from Federal Reserve. There's nothing good can come out of this meeting, I would think, right? Or yes, who knows? Is the money printer going to go brr? This is something that we do not know. Are they going to save the banks that are collapsing at the moment? Just very interesting to see what comes out of that, guys. Stay cautious with your trading, because we could probably get a lot of volatility out of that meeting. Stay cautious, everybody. There's a lot of shorts and stop losses at 22,600. Okay, so I think a short squeeze is likely. Maybe if you did enter that short, you could probably start thinking and protecting position. If it does come back up and rejects, if it does do this kind of thing, then we could reconsider entering another short here. But yeah, it's trying to tackle, have another move. It does look like it wants to make a larger move, right? To claim these highs over here on the USDT pair, right? It would make sense to see like a wick above all of this range. Like you said, a liquidity grab. If it then rejects from this level, then we can reconsider entering a big short opportunity, right? So it would be it's going to be interesting to see. It's going to be interesting to see, guys. Remember, where I do all of my trading, my crypto trading, is on Bybit. Remember that you do have that bonus down below of $30,000 for all of those experienced traders. If you haven't signed up for Bybit already, using my link down below, you get an insane bonus. Okay, smash up the like button. Let's continue here with this, technical analysis, probabilities. It would be nice to get one more wick and rejection above $22,600. That would give us a higher probability trading scenario. We need to see the rejection. We need to see the price wick down below this consolidation range and the highs right over here to be confident that we are going to get a much larger corrective move down. If it breaks the resistance and just continues to the upside with no failed breakout, no rejection from this high, we are likely to get that continuation to the upside. So any retracement from this range, if it does happen with high volume, then it's going to be absolutely phenomenal. Let's keep this educational, because there has been some insane longing opportunities on this range here, guys, on the extreme lower time frames. I did not do any trading yesterday, but if I would have been in front of the charts, I would have done. You got a really nice cup and handle right over here, as you can see on the chart. Really nice. I mean, look at this textbook cup and handle right there, right where you have round formation and you have the handle right there, bang, breakout. And this actually met the target to perfection, I would say, from the low to the high. From that breakout, bang, look at this. Perfect touch right there. Bang. But yeah, this is not the trade that I did see. Let's keep this educational, guys, and then we can take a look at the price action from Bitcoin. Is it wicking above? Is it getting a rejection? But volume strategy, guys, and shout out to Aditya, because he's, I've got all of these different guys, messaging me from, with all what they've learned, and he actually got into this trade scenario. And shout out to you, because he actually shared with me the trade, and he said, hey, volume strategy playing out right now. What volume strategy? Basically the volume spike here, really nice volume spike proving a resistance zone. You have the second volume spike range with the price action. You're retracing to the volume spike, and you're coming back up to test the highs. Simple as. That's it. You're in and you're out. This happened yesterday. Insane. And this is a $400 move on Bitcoin, right? How much is that in percentage? It's definitely over 1%. 2% move, from volume strategy. You just need 2 volume spikes. You need the high from the first one. Once you break the second one with high volume, you retrace down and consolidate with low volume. This is your ticket for that long position to test the highs. Nothing else. Price action and volume. So yeah, that was an insane trade yesterday. I totally missed out on this. I had a day off yesterday because wasn't feeling great, so didn't do any analysis. Wasn't a day off really, because I wasn't feeling great. But anyway, that was a very nice trade scenario. Let's go through the comment section. Wow, I got Studio 388 here saying, Andy, did you see anyone saw the wick on Binance to 50k? Oh my goodness, did we get a scam wick? Did we get a scam wick on the Binance chart? Let me just check that right away. Let's take a look at the BTC US dollar pair on Binance. Was it? It's not on the US dollar pair. Is it on against USDT or Binance dollar? BUSD. No wick here. So that's strange. We do know that they are buying $1 billion worth of assets with their own token, right? They're buying Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Binance coin with we're getting that volatility now to the upside. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Liquidity grab. Let's take a look at. Oh my goodness. There we have it. Oh my goodness. We're having the breakout, guys. Is there a huge amount of volume? Ooh. 22,900 at the moment. This is the big resistance zone, guys, where we do have the point of control. Oh my goodness. Is it going to get a reaction, or is it going to blast through? Scene of the crime. Not doing much. An epic rejection from here and price action to come back down to this range would be interesting to see. But it's probably not going to do that, guys. It's probably going to be a successful breakout. Let's take a look at the 1 minute time frame. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I think it's time to switch from bearish to bullish, guys. Let's take a look. Woo! What a pump. What a pump with very nice volume. Yeah, if this retracement is likely to get a bounce. Let's see if we do not test the highs. Let's see if we get a nice retracement here, guys, because it would be nice to see the move down without testing the highs. Let's see if it gets a move down here, guys, in the next couple of minutes, because it will likely to get that bounce back up to test the highs, okay? Massive amount of volume here. So, yeah. Okay, I told you we would get Andy. We have 1 to 2 waves followed by 1-2 wave followed by a wave 3 up to 22,500. Have a 4 pullback was 21,800 wave. Yes, but you did not say we were going down to 19,900, right? Ahmed, I remember you saying that we were going to hold the 21,800 range, and we went down to 19,000. Was a typical cup and handle. Yeah, oh, this one also as well. We got a cup and handle right over here. Small little cup and handle here on the 1 minute time frame, right? Resistance, round formation, the handle. Teeny weeny cup and handle. Right. Rejected from the 618 for now, says Kenny G. Yeah, we have on the higher time frames that perfect touch to the 618 from this high to the low, guys. So we got point of control. Yeah, this is a big level for a rejection as well. Stay a little bit cautious because I mean, this is just pumping and pumping to this level. It is a rejection point though. It is obviously a rejection point. Why? Well, it's the 618 from the pivot high from this year. This was in February, of course, just about 3 weeks ago, to the pivot low right there. So 618 is a rejection point, but not only that, it is the point of control from the zone. Analysis respects more with when there's no volatility, when we got no big news, when we do not have, you know, the markets opening. So I would assume what happens after the Federal Reserve emergency meeting, guys, because, well, so just stay extremely cautious, guys. You know, we already seen a similar scenario to this, right, where you have that ascending broadening wedge. Look at this ascending broadening wedge that we did have here late January. Broke the support level, and we just consolidated at the support. I think most were expecting a rejection right over here, and what we had a blast through here from this range. We got a much bigger scenario here, and for the moment the scene of the crime is not getting rejected. We did get a consolidation, but it's blasting through as we speak now. So you could expect something like this right over here. It's very, very, very possible. I would only become bearish now if we do get acceptance back below this consolidation. And one of the main reasons why, of course, well, that would be it's failed to have that continuation to the upside, and you will likely come down. But it's only if we do get come down and trade below 22,600, 500, right? These highs over here. Unless price does aggressively come back down to the range, I will switch back bearish if that does happen. But yeah, being at this range, I do see the price, you know, having an attempt in hitting 25k back again. So have we frozen? I got someone saying that I've frozen. Let me just double check here. Let me double check. Guys, am I still... no, I mean, the connection needs to be good. I see connection here is really good. So what is going on? Let me know, guys. Can you hear me? Can you still hear me? Has it frozen? Am I still here, guys? Let me know. Let me know, guys, if I am still live in the comment section. So far, I can still see that I am connected here. Guys, am I still here? Yeah. All good now. Okay, we all good. All right, we're saved. Saved. Yeah, we got CPI release as well. We got when CPI release in the comment section. All good. Yes. Okay. Yeah, we're back. We're back. We're back, guys. Bitcoin pumping. Stay cautious. This does look like it wants to have a volatile move to the upside, as the scene of the crime here is not getting rejected. We're breaking out. We're blasting through here. So luckily I did manage to get into that long position, and still holding some of that long position, of course. Stopped out break even from shorts. Yeah, we're just pumping like crazy. Well, CPI data is out. I think it is on third. We got inflation rate. Yeah, inflation rate tomorrow. So that is tomorrow at 1:30 Central European time. So this is what we got. This is what we got. Tomorrow, CPI at 1:30 Central European time. Any other big news during the week? Now, most important is today, the closed room federal emergency meeting. Stay cautious. That is just in about 1 hour and 30 minutes from now, approximately. You want to stay cautious after this timing for any type of volatility, whether you're trading. And we got tomorrow's CPI. So, yep. That is at 1:30 Central European time. Just stay cautious. Well, we got the blast through here on Bitcoin here. So, yeah, this does look like we are going to go up. Just checking the long position here. Not quite all right. This is why it's always good to hedge, guys. Got into 2 trade scenarios. This was looking a little bit dangerous to short, but you know that it was the option. But I think it was pretty obvious, guys, and this is extremely retail thing to do, right? But it is a resistance zone. You are getting a reaction from the range. But I think it's pretty obvious, you're going to have a bunch of, thousands and thousands of people, extremely short at this level, and yeah, market makers know this. They know that you want to short this level, and they're just going to eat up your liquidity with this pump. But this is why you want to hedge position. You want to get into short longs, you want to get into highest probability scenarios. Luckily, I didn't long any of this here. I managed to jump into this long position right over here. The deal why. Reason why was, well, thanks to a harmonic pattern here from one of my guys from the community. But not only that, it was a weekly level proven resistance zone, right? To get a bit of a reaction right there. And apart from that, apart from this proven resistance zone turning into support, we had Gartley pattern. If we go to the 5-minute time frame, like I said, I shorted right over here and longed right over here. Short got stopped out. Entered another short here, got stopped out again at break even. Holding some of the longs, holding some of these longs. We've got the Gartley pattern right there. It's a weekly level zone. And also, we've got to hit the 782 perfection right there, creating that double bottom on the lower time frames. But what else? What else do we have here? The volume strategy as well, playing out pretty nicely, guys. What do you mean volume strategy? Well, you got the 2 high volume candles here. Look at this. Volume candle right there. Volume candle. Look at this high level right over here. These volume candles right there. High volume candles. From this high, guys, get a box. You have the next breakout of these highs right over here with high volume. What happens? You retrace down to that level with lower volume. Bears are not showing any signs of pressure here. So yeah, just by that, it's a good long position. So you've got higher volume, higher buying pressure right there, and yeah, Bitcoin's going absolutely crazy right now to the upside. Staying in longs, guys, because 25k could be on the way. A lot of people extremely short, I would guess, the last few days, seeing Bitcoin, coming down to 20k. But anyway, I'm happy scalping and day trading. Hopefully you understand this, guys. Hopefully you have understand this. It's super easy, simple. This volume strategy cannot be as simple as just getting price action and volume on the chart. You don't need nothing else. I trade this almost every single day, this volume strategy, and I'm telling you already, it has an 80% win rate. You're going to get stopped out just a few times from a dozen of trades. So you can see right there, bang, volume here, high volume. Next breakout is with high volume. You retrace to the first volume high, and you bounce and test the highs again. So not only that, inside of this volume strategy, you are actually forming a Gartley pattern right there, just hitting the 0.88, the ultimate level for the Gartley, all right? And you're coming down to the 7.8 right there. So it was a must long. Bitcoin breaking. Oh my goodness. Bitcoin 25k on the way. 25k on the way, right? Has this got to do, guys, with Bitcoin pumping? Binance to acquire $1 billion in Bitcoin, Binance Coin, and Ethereum in massive stablecoin swap. So this probably got to do with this Bitcoin pump. They're buying a lot in Bitcoin and Ethereum, so it's probably got to do as well with this pump. Just imagine what is going to come out, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Thanks for good tips. Look at that volume, Andy G. He has to be licking his chops. Yes. Anyway, let's old news. Okay, old news, but I mean this has been yesterday. This was posted. I mean, I'm not sure. Posted yesterday, I think. It was posted today, actually, but it must have been from yesterday, right? These pages get them out one day late, maybe. But yeah, no news. I mean, there's probably a reason why it affect, $1 billion in Bitcoin and Ethereum. It is something. Guys, let me know in the comment section, what do you think is going to come out from this, guys? Emergency Federal Reserve meeting. That is today, in the next couple of hours. No, in the next hour. Closed door Fed emergency meeting. When we have these kind of meetings, is interest rate going to come down? Are they going to start printing, to say, to bail out all of these banks that are bankrupt at the moment? This is very, very interesting to see. If this does happen, just imagine the money printer starts going brr again. And we're going to see stock market and Bitcoin actually breaking $25,000 if that was going to be the case. So who knows? But Andy, did they already buy? That is, I think they did. They did do some on-chain release somewhere. So they are transparent about it, and I think I'm not sure if I do have this somewhere. No, not here. But they did do a release on that. Rate cut incoming, says. Wow. Iman says that he thinks that there's going to be rate cuts incoming right now. I mean, they did promise, but we know the deal. Federal Reserve cannot promise many things. They just have to go with what there is, with the economy situation, and they could do that, guys. When we have some large banks being bankrupt, and then because of that situation, we suddenly have an emergency meeting. This could always be that the excuse of, okay, we cannot continue, putting interest rates up, and we're gonna start printing money again to, save a few banks and the economy for a few months, and that is just gonna skyrocket the assets. It's just, if that does happen, we know where we're gonna see Bitcoin, right? Well, it's obviously gonna be above $25,000 in the next coming days. Nasdaq opening in 3 minutes. Yeah, we're probably going to see a little bit of volatility also right now on Nasdaq. Wow, I mean, we're just smashing through the levels, guys. No sign of weakness just yet. No signs of weakness. We're just blasting through here. Yeah, we get above this range in the next coming hours. Yeah. In no doubt that we are going to hit 25k if it does. If we continue like this. It's just the scene of the crime right now hasn't been anything. This is a classic. I was looking for shorts. I did get into shorts, as you saw at the beginning of the stream, looking for shorts obviously at this range, but I stayed protective with this pump. I did not lose anything, or if I did, guys, if we talked about that shorting scenario at the beginning, if you did lose any of this, your stop loss should have been above this high, right? And accept the loss. Because if you're holding a short position from this range, wherever you did short, obviously we're looking at the highest point possible to have good risk management. If you did short, you could have got liquidated, right? Or still be in a massive loss, hoping that the price is going to turn around. And basically what happens if that doesn't happen? In right now, with this volume and this movement to the upside, you are possibly not going to get rejected. Maybe 25k is our next target in the next couple of days. So stay cautious with your trading scenarios, guys. I was looking for shorts. I got stopped out at break even, because I have very good risk management. I'm actually holding a little bit of this long position that I do have exactly at $21,800, as you can see right over here on the chart, right? Getting into that long position because of the volume strategy, the Gartley pattern, double bottom right over here. It was a weekly level as well. It's slightly lower. And holding, just about 15-20% of that trade scenario to see if, we go higher. So far, so good. So this is why it's so important to hedge, guys, on Bybit. Bybit does allow, with the USDT pair, to get into short and longs, of course. I know other exchanges do that as well, but you can have a short position open and a long, and shorting resistance, longing support, and then finally you end up with the biggest trade setup once you break a resistance zone. For example, here got stopped out, holding this trade, and now making a killing just because I held that long position right over here. So hedging is a really good strategy, and you can do that on Bybit, guys. Of course, on Bybit you do have that insane bonus of $30,000. It's another way to support the channel so I can continue with technical analysis, educational content, potential setups. Okay, it's another way apart from smashing up that like button, guys. 700 people watching the stream, 200 people, 200 likes only, guys. Come on, share some love here and just destroy the like button. Bearish formation on the 1 minute time frame. What kind of bearish formation on the 1 minute time frame? Yeah, I wouldn't be too sure about any bearish formation. This is relatively quite strong, guys. Volume is huge to the upside with this movement up. Stay cautious. Stay cautious. I cannot be bearish with this kind of movement. Not bearish. I can be bearish here at a massive resistance and point of control, and showing some weakness here with this consolidation and trying to get into a short at the highest point possible to have very good risk management and protecting position as soon as I am in some slight profits. Because you are aware of this scenario. You are aware of something like this. You are aware of something like this. Absolutely. Why? This has happened before. Clear example. Ascending Brawling wedge. Right over here. What do you think is going to happen once you test the resistance? You think you're going to get rejected from it. But no. Absolutely not. This is obviously for me and not a trading strategy. I would never long or short based off of these retail, kind of patterns. But if I do see a sign of resistance and I have other indicators that are showing me that we are going to get rejected here, such as the point of control from this range, okay? If we do take a look at it was at point of control, then I would think, hey, you know what? I'm seeing exhaustion. I'm seeing a failed breakout. I will be looking for shorts and enter shorts with good risk management. But if the bullish case happened, then it is what it is. Classic retail catch here. Classic retail. Most people are bearish. I love to do they know we're shorting, they're pumping. Well, yeah, if you can get into some long scenarios, get into longs for sure. Luckily, I do most scalping and day trading. And of course, if I get into a trade scenario like I shared with you, longing from here, no matter, you might think, oh my goodness, you're longing here while we are having, this rejection, this is going to be extremely bearish, you're going to get wrecked. You're going to go, this is, how can you long here? Because this doesn't make sense. Well, this was a hedge position against my short, and apparently the long position played out better than the short. But yeah, I was looking to short the highs and looking to long any kind of setup here. And, the best example here from this long was the volume strategy, right? Keeping it simple, keeping it basic. You got the volume right there, bang, bang, breakout, bang with high volume, retrace to the first volume spike here, bounce up. Apart from the other indicators, which was harmonic and rest of it. 2 longs in and out, says Daniel. Absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, for long scalping, this is pretty good for long scalping here, this pump on the lower time frames. It would have been ideal for this pump over here to get a slightly larger retracement. When you have a pump like this with such a high amount of volume, it is, there's 90% of the times you are going to test the highs. So obviously you want to try and get into much lower levels. It was just a very, very small round formation at 22,800, came back to 23,100. Yeah, aggressive long ride over here. You could always ladder into a long position if you're not going to retrace. If you do, you're just laddering in. So risking, 1%, 2%, 2, 3, get into that position. But, to claim these highs are just always very, very high probability when you have such a large volume breakout from an important zone. So, when you have the retracement, you just want to think in long positions. You just want to think in long positions once you have this kind of volume breakout, always, because the question is, how far are you going to retrace to before you test the highs? That is the most difficult thing, when you're trading here. But what you do know for certain is that you are, with 90% of probability, this is just so high probable scenario when you break out like this with volume, that you are going to test the highs. And I mean, from this low, this is already a $350 move. I mean, that is already a 1.3, 1.4% move to the upside. You got a high probability trade. Bang, bang, that like to 300 likes, says Scotty. Yes, sir. Yes, miss. Sorry. Any chance for a short here? Momentum seems stalling and volume decreasing. Well, volume is low. Would I consider this a volume strategy right there? I would say yes. Because we got the high volume right there. We got high volume right over here. If we were to correct and consolidate with a kind of a double bottom scenario here, it could be a long to test the highs. It's going to be a risky one, but best thing you could see here would be a double bottom scenario. Then you could get into the long, because if you start moving down here and doing this, then yeah, there's no long to be taken. It's always nice to see a reaction as in a consolidation or a double bottom, just like the long position I entered right over here as well, right? You have a move down spike, then you have another one right there, and you're thinking, right, this is the time, it's now or never. And right over here you do get that bounce. So you do get one reaction, then second one right there. So double bottom scenario, you always have time to get into long at this range as well if you wish. That is looking at this volume strategy, guys, right? Where you have large spike, bang, large spike here, bang, and you're retracing down to this range. You always want to see a kind of a reaction to give you higher probability. You get a reaction, there is a higher probability you are going to get that bounce, at least to test the highs. So, looking at this here, I mean, this is very, very fast. Obviously, if you do come up and test the highs already, that is already invalidated. You would have to see the next price action. You wouldn't long trade if this does happen. This would not be a long trade here, because you're already testing the highs, right? Yeah, I'm not looking for shorts for the moment, with this movement up, even though we are testing the point of control from the volume trade at the last, the last 6 to 7 weeks, looking at February, part of January as well. We're currently above the point of control, so it's breaking big resistance zones, getting above the 61865 level. Looking pretty strong, guys, not gonna lie. This is just, it's not looking weak. I don't see any reaction. It looks weak right over here. So you could consider entering some shorts into with very good risk management, This is definitely a stop loss hunt. Well, that's why we have good risk management, because we are aware of these kind of events. 23,500. Just filled another CME gap on the 15-minute. Wild market today, sir. Yes, sir, it is. Wild market. And we got some wild news as well coming out, you know. We got wild events. We got closed door Fed emergency meeting in about 50 minutes from now, guys. So, looking interesting. He bought, dump it. He sold, pump it, says Deepak. Absolutely. Classic. Classic. I think CZ buying after this small party, it will fall down crazy. Okay. I think there is a high chance, guys, that we are going to, but it doesn't matter what I think. You know, we want to trade the market. I'm mostly doing scalping and day trading, guys, and doing pretty good with it. We talk about these scenarios that are good for clickbait and they are good for a crazy thumbnail, right? Scene of the crime, but at the end of the day, this should not affect our trading for bad, maybe even for good, right? Because you might think to yourself, oh my, you know, you're talking about this level potentially getting rejected, and you're in a long position right over here. So what are you on about? Yeah, this is why this does not affect our trading. Here, at least on my channel, we day trade and we scalp. So whatever happens on the mid-long term, I'm actually not pretty much affected. Fed better print some dollar bills. Yes, maybe. Maybe. I mean, this is what is very interesting to see, guys. We might see one of those events where the Federal Reserve needs to pivot, okay? They're probably going to be asked, okay, I mean, who's bigger than the Federal Reserve? Who's on top of the Federal Reserve? You know, I really don't know the scale, the Illuminati scale. But, you know, maybe they're going to be told that they're going to have to print money. They're going to have to save some of these banks that are getting bankrupt. And we cannot go, you know, the recession is going to be cancelled at least for the next coming months. I don't know, guys. It's just very unpredictable. But when, you know, you could obviously, you could think that could happen when they have a closed door Fed, you know, meeting. It's very possible they might get interest rates down and start printing again. Who knows? The Treasury, okay, yeah. BTC in a bullish flag. Andy go long. Yes, I am in a long position from 21,800, like I explained on the stream. Looking for shorts, was in some shorts, got stopped out at break even. As you did see at the beginning of the stream, was sharing my hedge position. Got stopped out from the short at break even, holding that long position open, guys. Very much aware. It's a very small position at the moment because it was level to level trading. But happy to long it, you know, in between today and tomorrow. Who knows? It's protected. You know, we might go to 25k, you know, by tomorrow. These pumps usually, you know, breaking these resistance levels do usually move fast, okay? They do move fast and they break a lot of resistance zones. Why? Because a lot of people are shorting. A lot of people are betting that the market will go to lower levels, especially when you test the scene of the crime, right? The support that should turn into resistance. But that is not the case. So this is why, you know, it is very, very much possible that, you know, in the next coming days, we could go to 25k and test the highs again. Very, very possible. Look at this. You know, just from yesterday to today, we have pumped $3,000. So why wouldn't we pump, you know, another 2,000? Easy pump for the market makers. BTC in a bullish flag on what time frame? 1 minute. Bullish flag here. Not too sure. Bullish flag. Holding, go, says Studio 388. Absolutely phenomenal. Would you short a swing failure at around 24,070 level? It's a 7/8 fib from high to low. Okay. Let's take a look at that possible scenario. But yeah, we do have a daily level here that I do think, is probably not going to get any type of reaction, as you can see. But I got someone in the comment section here. I don't expect this daily to get any type of reaction, to be honest. But yeah, we've got someone here saying about the high to the low. We got the 7/8 Fibonacci exactly at $24,000. About $24,000. So we got the 7/8 fib level from pivot high to pivot low. And we got this lower high range consolidation right there. I would actually look for a swing failure pattern from this level. But it would be a level to level trade, right? I would be taking profits at the next support level. The lowest level, of course, for me would be that point of control. But yeah, I would stay cautious shorting the pump here, guys, because we just basically seen this on higher time frames, right? Ascending broadening wedge, breaking down, testing the resistance, but finally breaking massively and testing the highs again. It's just happening again, but in a larger scale right there. So stay cautious with longs, because I think you're aiming to claim the highs, all right, when you have this movement. So stay cautious shorting this massive pump. If you get any type of reaction, you will have time, guys. You will have time. Guess where I shorted looking at Bitcoin? Did I short instantly from this move, guys? Look at this. And let me just go to the 4 hourly, right? Did I immediately jump into a short position as soon as we hit this level early this morning? No. I waited, I analyzed the situation. I did see that we failed to break out from this high right there. We retraced to the 618 from the high to the low. And that is your ticket short, where you have a really good risk management trade. You enter, you're in profit, you protect position. Hey, you can get into any type of long positions at this level because you do see a Gartley pattern like I shared with you. You do see volume strategy. Volume was much higher here. So you could hedge that short position if it doesn't play out, just like I did. Hey, happy days. Short didn't play out. Long did. Long did and played out very well. And I think it's going to even go higher. So what if BTC breaks at 25,200? Will it be bullish? Absolutely. It will be the sign that the bear market low is in. If Bitcoin breaks successfully above $25,000, which is the last macro lower high level, this is, for me, and I will be saying it till it breaks the low again, that the bear market low is in. And I will be saying it almost every single day, even though it retraces aggressively afterwards. I will be saying the bear market low is in. If we break above $25,000 successfully, what does successfully mean? Well, if we're trading at $28,000, then yeah, that is a successful breakout. But if we hit 25.5k and then retrace, I'm saying, hey, this is not a successful breakout. I will be happy to say that the bear market low will be in. Obviously, this doesn't mean that a larger retracement will come in the next coming months, before having, you know, the real bull market start again. So yeah, what about the gaps? What about them? There is a gap of at 9K. Do you really think that this gap at $9,000 is going to be filled? Where is it? I don't even know where it is already, because I don't really pay too much attention. I talked about the gap theory, okay? There's a gap down here at $9,000, 9,800, right? Something like that. There is a gap all the way down here. Does this mean that this gap is going to be filled? No. Absolutely not. I think that if it breaks $25,000 successfully, you know, this gap will never be filled, in my personal opinion. The theory of almost all the gaps get filled is simple, guys. You know why? Because market moves in waves like this. Market moves in waves, right? Up and down. Right? Just say like this, right? Bang, bang, bang. Just say that this is the futures market and you have all of these gaps. Right? The reason why all of these gaps are filled is because the market moves in waves and moves through the gaps anyway. So this theory about the gaps need to be filled, you know, 100% of the times is false. They are filled 90% of the times because the market moves in waves, and obviously they are but there will be some gaps that will not be hit. They will not be filled because the market didn't go through that level. But of course, all of the gaps created here were filled. Why? Because look, the price action moves in the waves, so they have to be filled. So this whole gap theory is just a bunch of BS, in my opinion. That they get filled because the price action will likely go through that level, you know, at least in the short term, right? All of the gaps that have been created in this range have been filled because the market has moved through that range. Look at the gap in between 20 and 21.2K. Okay. Yeah, this one right over here. Yeah, we got a large gap here. You know what? I think it is more likely that this gap, you know, if it does break 25K and goes to 28, 30K, you know, might be filled in the next coming months and then move up, right? It doesn't mean it has to be filled, you know, next week or the next couple of weeks. Just like this gap over here, right? We had a gap at 19. This gap over here. This one has been filled, you know, on Friday. This was filled on Thursday, Friday, right? So we got a big gap here. This doesn't mean we could break 25K and then fill it. Maybe. There is a new gap. Yes, sir. We have that gap. Finally, someone explaining why CME gaps are nonsense. Also, they aren't true gaps, as Bitcoin trades 24/7. Yeah, exactly. They are futures, CME gaps. They are gaps, well, because Bitcoin is actually traded during the weekend as well. So, yeah. Unlike stocks that don't experience price discovery over weekends. Why are these gaps on the chart? Because it's the weekend. CME is closed, right? This is the Chicago exchange. And the gaps are created because the exchange is closed, right? So this is why when the markets don't have, and this is of course a huge amount of buying pressure created or a huge amount of selling pressure created just before the end of the market close, and the market has a reaction having a big jump by Monday, right? So by Monday you will have a jump to the upside or to the downside, depending on how much volume has been compressed on that, you know, by the end of of the week, right? Trading day. And that is basically it. Not much to be explained. It's basically the market closing during the weekend. Nothing else. Guys, not much to be said. Stay cautious with shorting the market. You would have to see, that is not a bad idea for a short, okay? But I would have to see a big reaction here at the $24,000 range. From the high, we just hit that daily level at the moment. So from the high to the low, 7.8. We got this high over here. If it is tapped, get above it. We get a small consolidation at the range. Okay, get a rejection. If I enter any type of short, it's going to be quick profits. Okay, hit that level. I'll be looking at support levels to take profits, such as the $22,600 range, where we do have this point of control right there. 22,300. Sorry. It's going to be difficult. This does look quite bullish, guys. After seeing this move, I would assume that there is a high chance that 25k can be hit in the next coming days. We got some big news, guys, so anything can happen at the end of the day. Stay cautious with your trading. Make sure to be responsible. Level to level trading, guys. Resistance, support. Get into shorts at highest levels of resistance. Get into longs at lowest levels from the support level. Nothing much to be said here, guys. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one.